Alright YouTube, this is going to be a vlog. I'm just sitting here in Harvey West waiting for the other guys to arrive so we can get things started here. We're going to be playing some baseball today. I'm actually really excited about that since I've gone up 5 pounds in all of my weights. So I had a really good gym session on Saturday. And I just, you know what, I'm so inspired by the fact that, before every different exercise I did, I would, do the thingamajig, Catholic cross or whatever, and just say a little, say a little quick serenity prayer. And I really do feel that I become stronger through my faith, and it's really reassuring, and I hope you guys can find some inspiration in that too. But yeah, number one, for starters, I'm going to be making I'm going to be making a lot less videos in the next few months, simply because summer's coming up. This is a tourism hotspot, and we have, I work in a fast casual restaurant setting. We're going to get a lot of business during summer, so it should be very, I'm not complaining. It's going to be very fun. I'm not going to have any worries in terms of, getting hours or anything. I'm going to be working at least 40. And probably, getting opportunities for overtime as well, which, obviously leads to more money. I like money, so that's one thing that I'm excited about. But, having said that, it's going to be, it's going to be a lot less of the stone profit here on YouTube. It's just going to be, maybe one video a day, and that's it. Which might not necessarily be a bad thing, to be honest, because you do have to respect the constant, or rather the rule, or the law, or whatever that, dictates that quality is better than quantity. Absolutely, And I'm also going to try and stray away from the article reading as well, simply because Martin Burdell already does it, and it can get kind of redundant if I start to read articles too, because we probably have people that watch either channel. So it would just be kind of redundant, and I noticed that sometimes when I do read an article, I'll be listening to Martin Burdell's broadcast at the end of the day as I'm going to sleep, and I'll hear an article that I read, so it's like, I don't want to put you guys through that. It's just kind of, like I said, it's redundant and repetitive. And another thing too, it's like I never want to consider this to be my full-time job. This is a hobby first and foremost. This is a vlog. This is the kind of thing that I like doing for fun, not for money. Not a knock on anybody else that does it for money. It's just I'm not going to quit my day job in order to keep YouTubing. But even though this is very important to me, this has certainly helped me overcome my fear of public speaking for sure, and anxiety. Social anxiety has been slowly going away, even though I still deal with it pretty heavily. I've got OCD. I've got olfactory reference syndrome. It's basically just like the fear that you're constantly smelling, and it's like it's kind of torture, but at the same time I feel like that's going to go away the more I work in public. It's just going to that fear is going to slowly eradicate, as most fears do. Most fears are based on irrationality. So but yeah, no, anyways, like YouTube has certainly helped me overcome a lot of these anxieties, and working, it's certainly helped me stay alive, first of all, being able to feed myself and pay rent. That's very important. But I won't have to worry about that during the summer. There's going to be a lot of hours. But yeah, anyways, number two, I wanted to talk about just living here in Santa Cruz and just, basically witnessing the degeneracy around us. There's a lot of people here that are really just dumb and really rude and really inconsiderate. And they come in all shapes and sizes. It could be anywhere, or anybody from a homeless person to a tourist group. The other night I was in my restaurant, and we had a group of 10 Korean people come in, and these people, like, they were extremely rude to my server. They were very messy too, and it's shocking, because these people, like these Koreans, they all had like dyed hair, and they had like K-pop clothing on, like they had like real like American clothing on, like meaning like oh, like when you come from a foreign country and you buy what you think is American clothing, you know, with like all the logos and stuff on there. So it was just kind of shocking to see people so straight-laced, I suppose, make such a big mess. And then the kicker was is that they ordered like over like $180 worth of food between the 10 of them, and they basically had left, or it was like, what was it? It was well over $100, but under $200, and like there was 20 cents at the end. So basically, what they tipped was they only tipped 80 cents for a bill larger than 100, which was just absolutely astonishing. And I felt like, you know, that was very, very rude, you know. And these people, like, you know, they were sitting right next to the bathroom. They were probably drinking too. They had gone back and forth to the bathroom. But as they walked from the bathroom, or to and fro the bathroom, they basically were like looking at their phones. And like as they're walking, and they're not even paying attention to like what's in front of them. And that's very, very frustrating, considering the fact that, you know, that little walkway that they're walking down is where people, like, excuse me, the waiters and the servers are bringing out food and going straight to the tables. It's very inconsiderate, and it just goes to show you that dumb people come in all shapes and sizes. And then on the flip side, you've got the dumb people here in Santa Cruz, like, and that was a tourist group most likely, you know, from Korea. You've got the like the drug addicts, the homelessness, or the homeless people rather. They ride their bikes on the sidewalks, going the opposite direction. So if you're on the right-hand side of the road, you're walking, they'll literally be on the sidewalk, going the opposite direction but coming towards you. And it's like, it's very frustrating, because, you know, you, as a man, it's like you kind of want to just knock them off their bike, you know. You kind of think like that's what's going to be good for them, you know. But you have to kind of take the high road. You have to just like swallow your pride and say, like, you know what, I probably have a better life than this guy. I probably, you know, I got a job, you know, I'm not addicted to drugs or anything like that. So that's, you know, one thing you can use to boost up your pride. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's good to take pride in being a good person. It's good to be proud of being smart and being informed and trying to educate other people. Like, those are all good things. In fact, I would say that we're a dying breed, you know, just good people in general. So yeah, rather than getting frustrated with these people, I just kind of want to like stop, you know, because it's just a waste of my energy to get, you know, riled up about these people. They do all kinds of things. I mean, they walk in the middle of a crowded street and cause people to slam on their brakes, and people won't use their turn signals, and people like blast music like unreasonably loud. Like, I'm all for, like, you know, people blasting music, but you got these assholes that have these fucking speakers, man, that just shake their car. It's like, is that even enjoyable? I mean, do you really like enjoy yourself when you're riding in your car? I mean, I love loud music, don't get me wrong, but that shit, that's excessive, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, that shit's always bothered me. And it bothers a lot of people too, you know. You know, all these assholes on their motorcycles, you know, just unreasonably loud. I'm sure they put some shit on their bikes that make it louder. They're like, yeah, look how many heads we're turning, you know, like in South Park, like these fucking retards, pardon my French. But yeah, it's just, you know, it just goes to show you that, you know, degeneracy comes in all shapes and sizes. But yeah, in closing too, it's like, you know, this is happening all over the place. This is happening not just here in Santa Cruz, but this is happening all over the country. Simply because of this New Deal mindset, this Social Security, this social welfare mindset, like, that we need to help the poor in order to. Why? I still haven't gotten a good explanation as to why these social programs are a good thing. Like, my contact in the tent city basically told me that all these people that are living there are receiving benefits. They're receiving food stamps and stuff like that, and they're getting free syringes and shit. And it's just like, dude, why are we doing this? Why is this necessarily a good thing for our city? And I still have not gotten a good answer, except for my tolerance and my acceptance, and, you know, well, you're a hateful bigot, and, you know, well, it's obvious because you're a Trump supporter. So you can't really have a conversation with these people, which is kind of why I'm like not trying to understand what these people have to say, because they really don't have anything to say. It's very frustrating. But it's happening everywhere. And I had a conversation with a man from Atlantic City yesterday, and he said, look, man, like, he said, like, don't take this the wrong way, but like if you were to see the homeless people in Atlantic City, you'd be grateful for the people that you have here. I mean, and that's absolutely terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying, because the homeless problem here is pretty bad, all things considered. You got all these people riding their bikes, they've got their speakers on their bikes, and they're playing like garbage music and whatnot, and it's kind of like, you really have to wonder why people like Justin Cummings and the rest of, people that are behind him, and the people that are, around him, why they want this to continue. Kind of ruining the sovereignty of cities in the world, countrywide or worldwide. It's happening. Like, people like him and others, like, they're allowing the problem to continue if they're basically saying, like, well, we like what we see in San Francisco and Seattle. I mean, you have to really consider, you really have to reevaluate the mental stability of these people that say that. They say that, given our experiments in San Francisco and Seattle, like, we want to bring that to Santa Cruz. That's what Justin Cummings actually said in on his website, but then he took down all of his policy after he got elected vice mayor. And but you can actually find the we read through it. You can find the videos here on my page, which is great. I'm so grateful that I did that, because he kind of pulled an AOC, like, like she did with the Green New Deal. So yeah, I don't know. I guess my final thing would be, like, 4chan, if you guys are listening, could we see if we could recover that website and get some screenshots, because there were some pretty disgusting things that Justin was talking about in his page. I don't even know if he read it, or wrote it, but you had things like, well, me and my comrades, and we want to have, no carbon emissions, and just like a bunch of, AOC speak, basically. But yeah, 4chan, if you're listening, I could really use your help, just getting this out here, and getting the truth out, because I don't think a lot of people are aware of what Justin Cummings and others really, what they're all about, and guys, just another thing too, like, I've really, I mentioned earlier that I have anxiety. Like, it's been very difficult for me recently. I've had a really hard time basically just speaking, so, I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, I know it can be kind of hard to listen to sometimes, but my stutter's getting really bad, my speech impediment's kind of coming back, and I'm just trying to do my best to speak, and I just appreciate you guys for listening, and I'm sorry, if it's not something you guys like, but I'm doing my best to keep my speech deficiencies under wraps, so yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, God bless, and this video will not get uploaded until I get to Bocce's Cellar, so it's probably going to be like about, I don't know, a couple hours, like 4 or 5 hours or so, if that, so, yeah. Alright guys, once again, thank you so much for watching, God bless, and I'll see you later.